Hello again, everybody. OG Russ Hood, back with the witness. Alright. Been putting it off long enough. I'm going in. Going into this building I've been dreading for the longest time. Right. In here. Okay, got to go downstairs first. Down here into this little soundproof room. And this stuff. Right. So we've seen these types of puzzles before. The bird sounds. But there are no bird sounds in here. Because, well, there is a speaker here, but it's not hooked up to anything. Speaker's broken. And plus we're in this soundproof room. You can tell with all these soundproof tiles. So, how do we solve the puzzle? Well, if you take a look at the right puzzle here, we've got dots. We got the small dot, medium-sized dot, and large dots. Now, as you might recall from the bird sounds in the jungle, the small dots represent the high-pitched bird calls, and the big dots represent the low pitch. So, since we've got one high, one mid, and two lows here, essentially all we have to do is make a path here that does a one high, one mid, and two low, and then whichever order we put them in, we got to make sure that we eat the Pac-Man dots in that particular order. So said high, mid, low, low. So did high, mid, low, low right there, and then come over here, eat them in that same order, high, mid, low, low, and we're good to go. Follow that cord up, which opens up the stairs here, takes us into this brightly colored blue room. And we come in here. This is the part that I've been dreading. These are the most obnoxious puzzles in this entire game. But we're going to start with this panel first. We've got a single white square, two black squares, and a 1x3 piece that can be rotated in any direction. So multiple solutions here, and one entrance here, one exit here. So this, for example, would be a legitimate solution. But for this particular one, it's not. But here, it's fine. And as you can see, that is one path. And nothing really happens. It just tells you it's correct, but doesn't do anything. So if we manipulate the answer a little bit, say just do that. Oh, and look at that. We've now turned this into a green room. Let's say we switch it again. Rope off that left one there. Do the 1x3 down here. And we now turn this into a red room. So what's going on here with the different colors? Well, this is the old RGB scheme, And when I say RGB, I am not talking about the legendary Supreme Court Justice. That was RBG. RGB, for anybody who knows anything about computers and televisions, that's red, green, blue. Those are the three primary colors of light. And that is exactly what's going on here. And we need that information in order to solve these two puzzles. So if you'll take a look at these two panels. You notice what they look like under the red light. Matter of fact, I've got a piece of graph paper to help me out here. And it is very important because there is way too much to remember with these squares, so it helps to write the information down. So under red light, we see 4 white squares in the top left corner. We got 4 white squares in the top right corner. Then when we move down to the bottom left corner, we see 3 black squares and a single red in the top right portion. And then when we go over to the bottom right quadrant, they are all black. So I've written those down. So those are all squares on the left side. On the right side, we're dealing with stars. So I will go ahead and write this information down. In the top left quadrant, we got all white stars. In the top right quadrant, we got the single black star. In the top right, everything else is white. Then when we come down to the bottom left quadrant, it's 3 blacks and a white. The white being in the bottom left, and then in the bottom right quadrant, all white stars. Right. So now, let's do the light thing again. So when we do that 1x3 piece vertical in the middle, we go to the green part and take a look. Yeah, all of the squares have changed colors. And now in the top right quadrant, we still have all white squares. But in the top left, only 3 of the 4 are white. The one in the far top left is now black. When we take a look at the bottom left quadrant, they are all black where we had a single white square. And it is unchanged in the bottom right quadrant. We still have all white squares. Now let's see what the stars look like. As you can see, we have way more black stars than under the red light. So top left quadrant, 3 black stars, 1 white star, which is in the bottom left section. Everything is black in the top right quadrant and bottom left quadrant. The bottom right quadrant, we've got 3 white stars and the single black star in the top right cell. Alright, now let's go back to our blue light, which was this pattern, and the colors have changed once again. We now have a single white square in the top left quadrant. Everything is white in the top white quadrant. In the bottom left, everything is black. In the bottom right, we have the 3 black and then the single white in the top right cell. Then we come to our stars, and that is, well, that's easy to remember. All white stars in the top right, in top left, and bottom right. All black stars in top right and bottom left. So, yes, so what is going on here? We've seen 3 different answers. So what's the solution? Well, we need to use all of the information. We've got to combine all of this information to come up with one solution. And so how do we do all of that? Well, if you know your RGB scheme, then you will should hopefully recognize what the secondary colors of light are. And if you know anything about computer printer ink, then these colors will certainly be familiar to you, but the secondary colors are magenta, yellow, and cyan. If you put red and blue light together, you get magenta. If you put red and green light together, you get yellow light. If you put blue and green light together, you get cyan. Oh, and if you put all 3 colors of light together, you get white light. So once I have written down every single color, every single white and black square, every single white and black star, and now I can tell you what the real puzzle is. So for these squares, in the top left quadrant, what you see is that white square up there was actually shown white under the red light and the blue light, which means that is actually a magenta square. The black square immediately to its right was white in red and green light, so that is a yellow. And the other 2 were also yellow. They were both red and green, so that makes them yellow. So that top left quadrant was magenta, yellow, yellow, yellow. On the top right, everything was white, no matter what color light we used. So those are all white squares. Those are all genuine white squares in the top right. In the bottom left, 3 of those squares were black the whole time. They never turned white. So the only one that actually did anything was in that bottom left quadrant was the top right square, and that was shown as white only under the red light. So that is a genuine red square. Everything else down there is a black square. And then in the bottom right, we once again had 3 black squares. The top left, the bottom left, and the bottom right. The top right of that bottom right quadrant, which you're seeing as white right now, it is only shown as white in the blue light, so that is a genuine blue square. So to point it out, we're going to go once again, review. Follow my cursor. Magenta, yellow, 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 all white, black, 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 red, black, 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 blue. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors depicted here. So we need to make 6 different regions. So let's see how we can do this. Yeah, a little tricky because we're going to have to kind of weave back and forth several times in order to guarantee that everything is in a separate region. So we'll do this little pattern first because those are the 3 blacks, genuine blacks. Then if I do this, I've got the red on its own. I come up here, put magenta in the corner. I've got these 3 yellows here, which are in this region now. And then I can put blue on its own here. I've got the 3 blacks there, but I can't put them with the white squares, so I can come around like this and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 7 different regions. So 2 regions with black squares. And there we go. That is a correct answer. So now we can come over to the stars, and remember our rules about stars. They must be in pairs. But of course we need to establish exactly what colors these stars are. So in the top left quadrant, we had 3 squares that reflected light and were seen as white under the red and blue light. So they are magenta. So 3 of those are magenta. And the one that is right here, the bottom left of that quadrant, was shown white in all 3 lights. So that was a genuine white square. Now in this quadrant, this was black. The top right one, far top right, was black at all times. That is a genuine black star. But these 3 were shown as white under the red light only. So those 3 are red stars. Coming down to the bottom left quadrant, these 3 stars were genuine black stars because they absorbed every color of light, whereas the far bottom left was shown as white only in the red light, so that is a red star. Then we come to the bottom right quadrant. These 3 have always been white, no matter what color light it is, so those 3 are genuine white stars. And this star lit up in red and blue, so that is another magenta star. So we've got altogether 4 magenta stars, 4 white stars, 4 black stars, and 4 red stars. But they are all not together. We've got 3 of one color and 1 of another color in each quadrant. So how do we rope these in? I think, looking at this, I think a C shape is probably the best move. I can red. Oh no, I don't want to do that because that's going to give me 3 white stars inside. Although, let's see, I don't have to do this. Let me, yeah, keep this one on the other side. That way I can take in this white star instead. Then I've got the 2 magenta stars over here. Okay, I picked up the red in the far bottom left corner, so I can pick up this one right here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 stars that I have inside the sea. Yeah, you got 2 reds, 2 magentas, 2 whites, and 2 blacks. There we go. Okay. I hope all of my babbling made sense to you people. Right, so that's done, but I'm actually not done with these colors. I actually need to, let's see, test something here. Let's see, if I do all of this, what do I do? That gives me the green. Good, I want green light here. As you recall, we had some flowers outside of this building that needed some red light and some green light. So take a look and see, now we got the green light showing. That's very good because now I can come over here and let's see, can I get that? Yeah, gotta get it right. I want to make sure we got green showing up everywhere. Not quite. Let's see if this will do it. Go through all the greens. Yep, there we go. Right. Okay, now back upstairs for red. Here we go. Come back. And there you go. Got red light showing. Let's see. I cannot actually be down here to activate that secret puzzle. I've got to stand up here. There, that's... Oh, that's close, but it's not quite a circle down here. Now it's a circle. There we go. Alright. And now we are officially done with that section. Right. But I'm actually not done with this region because I still had one of those wall puzzles, and I think now yeah, I need to be in this tower. Yes, here we go. There's stairs. Get up to the top of this bell tower. Yeah, the only purpose of this bell tower is to activate this line. Yeah, all the way over here. There we go. Now we're back down. Right. So, I think What do now? Well, I think that we are almost ready for the mountain. But I think before we go to the mountain, let's take one more look at the black pillar down here. So I want to verify they got everything that I needed to get. Right. Yeah. That's in the mountain. Yep, these are the flowers outside of the color building there. All that. Yeah, all that spoiler information. Let's see. That. Okay, now that's the electrified gate at the beginning of the game that we're not going to do until last. Yes. I am done here. I can get out of here. So I think, yeah, I know what let's say what I have to do, but what I need to do. Yeah, what I need to do is get back on that ship. We got to solve that. Got to solve that red door puzzle. So, back into this castle. Yeah. Here. Okay, go through the hole in the wall. Right. Okay, past the fake circle. Over here, and downstairs. Here we go. So now we come back to this puzzle. Now, I think I might have mentioned in previous puzzle, this is a sound puzzle. So I'm going to stay quiet for about a minute, let you hear all the clangs and creaks and all that. Okay, so you've had a chance to listen to the clangs and creaks there. So to solve this puzzle, we heard 3 clanks, and those clanks went low, high, and mid Well, that low, high, mid is going to be represented by the 3 dots in this quadrant right here. The 2 purple dots and then this black dot here. So you are going to connect those 3 in that order. But actually we're not going to do it like this. You'll notice we've got a circle up here as well. And then of course the diagonally opposing exits. So this is one of those rotational puzzles that we've seen ages ago at that kind of deserty inlet. But of course this is one where this side is an invisible line. So we've got to draw a line on this side and then imagine it in this corner, and we need to hit all of the dots. So we're not only hitting these 3 dots in this order, the ones that represent the clanks, but you also had those creaks that were going on. They were more spread out. Which is why I stayed quiet for over a minute, because I wanted you to hear all 4 of those creaks. And those creaks are represented by the 3 orange dots and this black dot. So while we're doing the path for the clangs over here, we need to do the path for the creaks over here. And those creaks, they were, yeah. So stretched out over the course of over a minute, went mid, low, mid, high. So we've got to come up with a path. So regular line here plus invisible line. It's got to be 180 degrees symmetrical, and it's going to hit all 7 dots. So we're going to start with this straight line right here, and then up here, because that is going to hit the orange dot on the other side. Okay, and then if I come 2 across and 1 over here, it will hit that big orange dot. And come over here. Down, that'll hit the medium orange dot. And then up here, which will hit this dot and the small dot in the bottom right. Yay! Finally got that one out of the way. And now we don't have to do that puzzle ever again either. So, what's the big fuss over this red door? Well, come inside here. Well, take a look. It's a box. It's going to open us up, and it's going to give us another theater clue. And this path, yeah, kind of hate to admit it, but it does look a little like a cock and balls. Okay. So I have embarrassingly traced that path. Okay, now let's get out of here. I believe that every puzzle has now been solved and found, apart from everything that is on the mountain. So it is finally time to ascend that mountain. And despite all my explanations on the color puzzles and the sound puzzles, still got about 15 minutes for mountain stuff. So let's get out of here. Ah, this way. Yeah. Go through this maze, yeah. Don't care how we get out of there because we'd already solved them. Right. Alright, out we go. Okay. So let's head up this path, which will take us to the mountain. And, oh, before we go too far, pillar. Okay, we got to investigate the pillar. So anyway, let's see. We got two of these things we haven't found yet. We may get to those by the end of this video. Okay, that was the flower bed outside of the color lab. This was the door from the color lab. May get to this by the end of this video. These two were in the purple sand in the swamp. This, what was this? Crap, I've already forgotten what that pattern was. Well, anyway, let's move on. Okay, see that we haven't got to. We may get to that one as well. Okay, this is another one from the swamp, purple sand. This was the flower bed on the mountain next to the swamp. Let's see, these, okay, swamp puzzle, that was boat and boathouse outside of the swamp. That was rotating platform. That was, yep, swamp. This was, yeah, the negative space when you're standing on the mountain there looking toward the swamp. That was in the swamp. That swamp. This is going to be in the mountain. That's, is that swamp 2? I think. Yeah, that's right. Both of these were swamp, yeah. Yeah. Platform puzzles. Okay, nothing on this side, nothing on this side. Okay, these were the negative space inside the bamboo jungle. And let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah, we got, yeah, more stuff right down here. That is more spoiler stuff, which I'm not going to tell you. And I think that's it. I think we're ready to get to the mountain now. So I gotta find the right path. Yeah, here we go. So go this way. Yeah, there's, yeah, laser color lab. Okay, got two paths to choose. I'm gonna take top path because I believe I need to go this way. Going counterclockwise once we hit that tree. Send up here. And it'll take us to this panel puzzle. Okay, single triangles, so we're allowed to hit only one side. And that's going to be pretty obvious. Just hit that one side. Can't do that because we end up hitting three sides and we break the puzzle. So there we go. Nice and simple. Right. But in the meantime, I want to direct your attention up here because we've got a circle going on. But it's not quite a puzzle. It's going to be a puzzle, but, well, the clouds are going to move very slowly, and they are begging to be a puzzle then. And yeah, this is one of those puzzles that we could be standing here for a long time waiting for these clouds to shift the right way. And I am not going to waste your time with that. We will come back to that on the next episode. Right. So let's go back this way. Okay, let's cross the tree. This way. Okay, come up this side, and we got to pay attention because there is a hidey hole over here. Some stairs. And a puzzle. Okay, this is another puzzle. Rotationally symmetric. Blue line over here. Blue line over here. Okay, so our invisible line is going to be yellow, and we want that invisible line to hit the yellow dots. Want our actual line hitting the blue line hitting blue dots. But we've also got 3 squares that need to be properly cordoned off. So let's see. I think we need to get that white square in its own region. That is 3 over. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I can't do that. The reason why I don't want to do that is because I got a problem right here. No, actually, it's not a problem. It's not a problem because yellow is not going to come over here. Yeah. Yeah, blue. So yeah, I want blue over here. So I don't care if yellow comes over here. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. Because if I do that, yeah, the invisible yellow line is going to be over here. So that is a problem. Okay. So let's forget what I said about roping off the white square. Maybe it's the black square that needs to be roped off. So I want to stop just short of white. I want to do that. So yeah, here. So white on the opposite side right here. So I can do this, which hits this blue. Then the invisible yellow line will hit the yellow here. Although I could back up actually right here. I can go up right here. That way the invisible yellow line hits that dot right there. Then I can come back down and hit these. Right. And then I should be okay with that. I think this is valid. Yes, it is. There we go. Open up this door and yay, look at it. It is a yellow circle. And yes, this is the same yellow circle where we activated that really crazy hidden puzzle where we went down the mountain and along the grass and then up the side of the color lab. Yes, and we're inside. And hey, yes, look at that. There was a box up here the whole time. Who knew? So let's open that sucker up and get another clue. And that is, well, weird pattern. Not sure how to. So, that. Yeah, I don't know. Not quite sure how to describe that shape. Well, whatever. Okay. Alright, got that shape recorded. Right. So let's get out of here and continue our ascent up this mountain. Yep. Getting snowy now. Getting colder. Up here, and we see, yes, lots of statues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, statues. Oh, 8. And this guy's got a laptop. Right. Yeah, nothing creepy about this at all, right? Okay, well, let's come over here. Okay. Just regular squiggly line. What's the purpose of this line? Well, take a look down here. Huh. It's the river and the waterfall. Yeah. That was a hidden environmental puzzle the whole time. How about that? So yeah. So really the purpose of this panel here was to clue people in that there's some hidden shit going on in this game. If they hadn't found it already, this would have clued them in right here. Right. So now, you can take a look at this arch over here. Yep, all of the lasers that we activated over the past 4 months, maybe? Yeah, we'll call it that. All pointed up there. And activate whatever is going on in the mountain. But if we do that, yeah, notice we've got a circle over here. Well, it's half white and half black. There's going to be a little funny business going on over here. Well, of course there is. You know already. There's something's going to be going on. Well, let's move up a little closer and take a look. Ooh, yeah. See? Yeah. Look at this part of the arch over here. So, yeah, as soon as you get a little closer to being under it, this is going to match up right here with the circle. It's going to form that other half of the circle. There it is. Yep. Yeah, there it is. And we just got a big squiggly line. And then comes down this arch. But of course, just talking about the black circle, well, that white half of the circle wants a little action as well, so why don't we come to the other side and do something? So just kind of play around. And, aha, there it is. Right here, this part of the arch. Line that up. And there we go. Circle. Yep, coming down the snow here, and Well, which way do we go? Do we go left or do we go right? And the answer is yes. Go down the left, it's a correct answer. Go down the right, it's a correct answer. They are both correct answers. Okay, and you know what? I think that is a good stopping point for now. So we're gonna pick up the excitement next week, but let me give you guys a little taste of what's to come. Take a look at this yellow box. Guys carrying this box? Guys carrying these cords? Well, look, there's a line right here. Draw this. Some electrical things going on, and hey, a puzzle lights up down here. So that's just a teaser for what you're gonna see and what I'm gonna be dealing with next week. So until then, goodbye.